gonna pay for all with no resistance now. Do it. What we gonna call it? All out falling. God's gonna pay. How we gonna do it? What we gonna call it? Rome is falling. God's gonna pay me.
Yeah. Yeah. Blizzard. Running money up to a whole nother level. Hustle, I don't know no better. When I got richer, these got bro, call me slow, 6 racks on a sweater. Not think I'm cheating, I'm just chilling with the fellas. Grandma always told me never trust these. Spent 60 racks on the camouflage bells. Duke diamonds on me, I'm a blue devil. 220 on me, Hessel and Gretel. I'm nothing like them, I put paper over pleasure. I used to want to imp, now I got several. If it's about money, then you know it's whatever. If it's about money, then you know I'm on it. Be hating no glitz, I don't it. Can't take my chain, I ain't nothing like homie. South Middle Spanish red, most want it. Hold up, let me switch the flow. Just like a baker, yeah, I'm addicted to dope. This a cold word, yeah, keep a in my coat. Money hungry, yeah, tryna give me some more. On I pack, this ain't. I'm talking down on glitz, I like he ain't the go. If you don't agree, ask the streets and yeah. This fire air, you already know. Already know how it go. Already know I got on go. Money calling, gotta go. You gotta go if you play or you troll. Freshest on the globe. Got tryna snatch out my soul. Running back pockets on swole. Young, got a whole lot of zeros. Running money up to a whole nother level. Hustle, I don't know no better. When I got richer, these got bro, call me slow, 6 racks on a sweater. Not think I'm cheating, I'm just chilling with the fellas. Grandma always told me never trust these. Spent 60 racks on the camouflage bells. Duke diamonds on me, I'm a blue devil. 220 on me, Hessel and Gretel. I'm nothing like them, I put paper over pleasure. I used to want to imp, now I got several. If it's about money, then you know it's whatever. If it's about money, then you know I'm on it. Be hating no glitz, I don't it. Can't take my chain, I ain't nothing like homie. South Middle Spanish red, most want it.
You wanted something to save, you wanted something to tame. You wanted me to come running when you called my name. You wanted something to train, girl, that you could keep on the chain, girl. Ever since you laid eyes on me, you've been barking up the wrong damn tree. Girl, you tried to tighten up the collar, clean me up, pull me up out the holler. That's one pill I ain't never gonna swallow. It's only one way this ends. Me running off you on the porch crying. Girl, I don't guess I can blame you for trying to fence me in, but that's your fault. Hell, you brought in this outside dog. I'm born to howl at the moon. You know I need me some room for chasing me all night and then sleeping till noon. Gonna do what I do, girl. Hell no, it ain't you, girl. Yeah, I've heard it before and I know that it hurts. Baby, you ain't the first girl who tried to tighten up the collar, clean me up, pull me up out the holler. That's one pill I ain't never gonna swallow. There's only one way this ends. Me running off you on the porch crying. Girl, I don't guess I can blame you for trying to fence me in, but that's your fault. Hell, you brought in this outside dog. Yes, outside dog. Ever since you laid eyes on up the collar, clean me up, pull me up by the holler. That's one pill I ain't never gonna swallow. There's only one way this ends. Me running off you on the porch crying. Girl, I don't guess I can blame you for trying to fence me in. That's your fault, hell, you brought in this outside dog. Yeah, this outside dog.
I had a dream, I had a vision. I had to work for this and you didn't. I had to bleed, still got the stitches. I learned to swim from all your burned bridges. Say you're the poet and the prophet, but you never saw me coming. Always starving for attention, and I got the kind you wanted, and it's killing you now. You wanna spin it around, but the truth's still the truth. Nothing you can do. I feel it in my bones. Won't bring me down, no, not even close. Go ahead and throw your stones, but you can't stop this. You can't stop. You can't stop this.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us down south to Mercedes-Benz Stadium on the west side of downtown Atlanta. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Detroit Lions and the Atlanta Falcons. Tirico and Greg Olson, glad you were with us, and Daniel Carlson here to get things started. And off we go here in Atlanta. Terrific return. He's taken down just shy of midfield. This game will start with a throw on first down. Brought in by the tight end, Sam Laporta. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line. A gain there of 27 yards.
So think back to earlier in the week, Mike, and they told us they want to get him going here early and often. So I'd expect plenty of passes to head his way as this game unfolds.
Now the first carry for the Alabama speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain. From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 9. Once again, it's Gibbs. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
That one intercepted. Start the game thinking you'll score on offense. Instead, they allow the defense to be the first on the board in this one.
So now the question is, Mike, do you allow this to linger the rest of the day? You've dug yourself a pretty big hole here to start, but you've got to pick yourself up and realize this game is far from over, and we now got to get the ball back and establish some early rhythm.
Here's Williams on the return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. Not much happening there, just a short gain. From the 34-yard line, here's second down and 9. They'll throw out of the gun. Open man, it's Jamison Williams. Get about 6 before he's taken down.
You can just see the frustration of the defender. Just see him get off the quarterback. He's like, man, hold that ball for 1 tick longer, man. I'm there to record the sack. Nice job by the quarterback having that timing and rhythm to get that ball out of his hand. And you can imagine, he got close this time. That defender, he's going to keep coming, and don't be surprised if he eventually gets to it. And with the ball on your side of the 50, if they didn't pick it up there, I think it would have been really interesting, Mike, to see if they would have thought about going for it on 4th down. I think they would have, but I guess we'll never know because he's able to pick up the 1st down anyway.
1st down, and they stick with Gibbs. And wow, tough to bring down that time. Surging forward for a pickup of 6. 2nd down. Straight ahead with Gibbs. Angling to the sideline, inside the 35. And he's in! Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions. His 12th touchdown of the year. Big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And, Mike, when we talk about burst, that's what we're talking about. And they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him, and that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking about.
So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Here comes a return from the 5. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Gonna throw right away. He'll find his man, Nicole Hardman. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. That's a gain of 19 and a very quick 1st down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Somebody gotta do it. Got my foot up on the gas, but somebody gotta do it. Turn his TV off. 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 Ain't no other king in his rep thing than siblings.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 3. Plant. It's Penix. There's Kyle Pitts with the grab. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. That is catch number 60 for the season.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
You're going to go play action with Penix. He's got this to Bijan Robinson. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd down and 5. On the give, it's Robinson. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
Here's 3rd and 7. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. Out wide, that's Robinson. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Falcons. Now Carlson to add the extra point. The kick is good. And Falcons will move out to a 14-7 lead.
14-7.
Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off following the touchdown on the other end. This one taken at the 7. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. He's got Laporta open on the left side. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Now a give, but here comes a reverse. And he's going to wind up losing yardage here, and that will take us to the end of the opening quarter of play. Lions ball to begin this 2nd quarter as they've got it with 4th down coming up. So on 4th down, the Lions send out Jack Fox to punt. Nicole Hardman deep to return. This will be returnable from his own 15. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. And the lefty Penix on 1st down. That is downfield to the tight end Pitts. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a 1st down.
48-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Penix. Oh, a tear drop throw there off his back foot. It's complete. How about this one, too, to start the drive? Mark him off with a gain of 24 and another 1st down.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, Look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
To the end zone, it's intercepted. Picked up by Carrion Arnold.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. They'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. From the 21, here's 2nd and 9. On the ground, this is Gibbs. And he'll bring this to about the 25. Divine Diablo there to make the play.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5. He'll drop to throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
And he's going to be out of bounds, just shy of midfield. What a year, catch number 95 on the season.
Oftentimes in the NFL, Mike, blitzing a good quarterback can kind of be feast or famine, because what you do is you actually speed up their process of identifying the open target. So in this case, it's an underneath safety outlet, but the reason he went there so fast is because he was triggered to that target from the blitz.
He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. If he gets a yard out of that one, it's 2nd down. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Working free downfield, it is Williams. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line. It is a big play there for the Lions. It's a gain of 34. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. Right side, it's Laporta, the tight end. And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown. Give them a dozen yards on that one and give them 1st and goal. Ball sitting on the 3. It is 1st down and goal. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the fight. And it's 2nd down.
And with nothing open, he might have been better off just trying to see if he can make something happen with his legs. But the way this defense is flying around, I'm not sure there was a play to be made either way.
Go again from the 3. It is 2nd and goal. Back to the air one more time. And he's in. Sam Laporta. Touchdown, Detroit.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
We are all square. 14 apiece the score as this one's away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. Oh, and he takes a really good lick in the backfield. They were all over him defensively for that run.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. From the gun, it's Penix. Forced out wide. Now he'll run it.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
So, 2 minutes to play in a back and forth first half. Greg and I back to Atlanta in a moment. Here now, 3rd and 5. From the gun, here is Penix. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
To return is Williams. Oh, looked like he may have hit a seam for a moment, but he's taken down after a solid return. Back to throw here to begin the drive. To the right side, that's St. Brown. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
A gain of 12. First down, Detroit.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. He was trying to get it to Christian Kirk. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds.
At their own 21-yard line.
This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Here's Penix. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this second quarter.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Throwing now, Penix on 1st down. Now a ball deep, middle of the field, and he will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Falcons 21, Lions 14. Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A throw on the move is caught. And he'll be run out of bounds. It's a good game on 1st down. They pick up 7 yards. 2nd down, they need 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now they'll set up to throw. Coming across, he's got it in the hands of Williams. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. That pickup good for 29 yards. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
And the Lions
back to throw. To the right side, and Kirk's got it. And he'll be out of bounds, down at the 20. 19 more on that one, and another 1st down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Going left side, then it's taken in by Williams. And he's into the end zone. What a response! Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Lions. Seibert out now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Lions will even the score. It's now 21-all. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. But dangerous Mecole Hardman on the return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line.
1st and 10. At their own 30-yard line.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he finds some daylight. Up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7. Falcons go ahead and take their second timeout, and it'll come with 15 seconds to play in this first half. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. Escaping to his left. He keeps it himself. Now his timeout. They're going to take it with 8 seconds remaining until the break.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Penix. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. To throw is Penix. Going for it all. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. Both teams look good on the offensive side of the first half. Will it carry over? We're about to find out. Second half is underway. Hardman now to return it. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line.
At their own 37-yard line.
This ain't what you project, this ain't what you want.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Penix. Out wide, that's Robinson. He's across midfield. And they will finally catch up to him and get him down. A big one there to start the second half. 39 yards.
Mike, it just seems like certain games each week just align for matchups like we're seeing today. Just two quarterbacks trading blow for blow, putting on a show for their respective teams. Let's see if he can finish this drive off with another touchdown following that big play.
And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
All these defensive linemen, I promise you, they all want sacks. That is how you get paid. That is how you make your name. But it's also the other plays where you can affect the quarterback. Can you make them feel uncomfortable? Or in this case, you don't get the sack, but it was the hit that's able to alter the pass to fall incomplete.
On second down, here's Penix. That'll be caught by the running back Robinson. He's taken down just shy of the 10. That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
A shotgun snap, and they'll give it to Robinson. And the strength on display, rambling through tacklers for a gain of 8 yards.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
On second down, a run. How about a reverse instead? Trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 1.
From the 1-yard line, first down and goal. It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown, Falcons. So that is 2 touchdowns in this game, and now 15 for the year. Carlson now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Falcons go up by 7, 28-21. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off following the touchdown on the other end. On the return, it's Williams. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Body his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. In trouble, and down he goes. Jalen Walker in for the sack. That's a baker's dozen. 13 for the year. That's going to be out of bounds. Where are they going to mark it? It's right at the 50-yard line. Penix now off the bootleg. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw when the pass is incomplete.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
He fires downfield for Pitts. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they take it to the 20-yard line with that one. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 31 yards.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here's a toss left side for Robinson. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, you're able to get you down for a loss.
To the right, and Pitts. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. That's a gain of 16 yards, and it sets up first and goal.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Looking to throw, it's Penix. He'll get this out to his running back. To the pylon, he's in. Bijan Robinson, touchdown Atlanta. His second touchdown of the afternoon. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his fourth touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's caught this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Here's Williams on the return. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
2 yards to go.
They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on fourth down. They will indeed go as they look to throw. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 12 as they wind up converting on fourth down. First and 10.
A gain of 12. First down, Detroit.
Here's a give to Gibbs on the zone read. That's midfield to the 45. And he's going to be taken down. Give him 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
Over the middle, he's got St. Brown. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. That's another first down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18. They're going to run out of the gun with Gibbs. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. From the 20, here's second and 5. Williams in motion. He'll drop to throw. Reaching for it, the tight end couldn't bring it in. It's incomplete. The tight end, Sam Laporta, the intended receiver. Third down coming up.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
Third down, they need 5. He'll look to throw. Throw across his body is complete. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Austin Seibert now for this field goal try. Officially, it's a 36-yard attempt. Seibert's kick is good. The Lions are able to put up 3 and cut into the lead.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere. On second down, Penix. He's going to look for the home run ball. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
This a must-stop for this defense, facing third and long. From the gun, here is Penix. He'll go right and find his running back. He's into the clear again. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
First carry for David Montgomery. Not much there, maybe a yard.
On the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 22.
From the 22 now, here's second and 8. On the ground, it's Robinson. He's to the 10. And he's into the end zone yet again. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Falcons. It is his third touchdown of the game, and 18 now on the season. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. Williams now to return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He's got Laporta open on the left side. And he's going to be out of bounds right around midfield. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a first down. Kirk is the motion man. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
This is one of those things that rookie quarterbacks just really struggle with early on in the NFL. If you just stare down your primary read, you're going to get yourself into a lot of trouble. So continue to work through your progressions, take what's there, find the open receiver, and with more reps, this is something that you have to imagine he's going to really improve.
And they'll take this down inside the 35.
That's good for a Lions first down.
They'll look to throw again. Rolling right. He'll get rid of it and complete it. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Bold decision there by this quarterback to attack a guy who's already made you pay for challenging him earlier today. He trusted his guy to not only win, but to defeat man coverage, and I think he got away with one there.
Throw left side, taken in by Kurtz. And he'll be out of bounds down at the 15-yard line. 14 on the pickup. First down, Detroit.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
That is 14 for the second time. Back-to-back 14-yard gains and a first down. Sanders trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up second and goal.
Oh, and the rookie puts it on the deck. It's a fumble. And the Falcons have come up with the recovery.
You know, it's amazing, Mike, that guys still end up fumbling the ball, because I can tell you from experience, the first 15 minutes of every offensive practice is ball security circuit, and that could be a combination of multiple things. How to go to the ground without getting loose.
Bijan Robinson down the sideline past the 45. Diving for the end zone, but he's not going to get the ball across the plane. They're going to mark him just short.
It's a gain of 80 yards. And the Falcons first down. First and goal at the 1-yard line.
And now he's not spiking it, it's a fake. And this is going to blow up on them. So much for a fake. It's a sack.
4-yard loss on the play.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we'll see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Montgomery. Let's give him a yard down to the 3-yard line.
The tackle made at the 3-yard line. A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now third and goal.
Robinson is into the end zone. It's a Falcon touchdown. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
Carlson's kick is good. And the Falcons will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off following the touchdown on the other end. Here's Williams on the return. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Get this complete. It's Williams over the middle. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 20. And the Lions first down. First and 10.
Straight ahead with Gibbs. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. to the air now on 1st and 10. Moving outside the pocket, escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
That's another Detroit Lions first down. A gain of 27 on the play. First down, Lions.
The red zone now. He'll drop to throw. That is caught at the 3. To the goal line and in. Jalen Naylor. Touchdown, Detroit. That his second TD catch of the season. Here's Seibert now for the point after. It's up and good. And the Lions are able to cut into the deficit.
Lions 31.
So the late score gets them a bit closer to respectability. They'll try to get even closer with an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
This is tough. You're trying to give your guys a chance and time it just right, but you have to hit it hard enough. This time, it doesn't go 10 yards. Not going to work out.
We'll go play action now with Penix. He fires downfield for Pitts, and he'll take it on in. Kyle Pitts, touchdown Atlanta. Now Carlson to add the extra point. His kick is good, and the Falcons tack on one more to their lead.
56. Lions 31.
Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. On the return, it's Williams. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Move it. He's going to one at a time. They get to him and bring him down. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
It's 2nd down.
Now they'll set up to throw. Forced out left. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down. He chooses to keep it on the zone read. And he's going to be knocked down hard in the backfield. Lost on the play, and it's going to bring up 4th down. What a hit.
That's a great job defensively. You could tell they sold out to stop the run here on 3rd down. And even if he hands this ball off, Mike, I don't think that play was going anywhere.
That's incomplete. Derek Hall on 4th down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on down. They run over center with Robinson. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts. This one is about done.
So they try to throw a little bit of a curveball. We see him throw it to this guy a lot. Now, in this case, they hand it to him, thinking they can catch the defense off guard and generate a big play. And let's give a lot of credit to the defense. They were ready for it, they were prepared for it, and they held it to a modest gain.
Victory formation here.